Good morning, collective. It's Una Fierce. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the Eclectic Witch Tarot Show. Hope you all are doing fantastic today. Happy spring equinox to everybody. So we are going to get you a reading for Thursday, March 20th. All right. So Spirit, where are we going to start here today? Let's see. I think we will begin with the Akashic. If you are a new subscriber, welcome, or a new visitor, whatever you are. Welcome to everyone who's never been here before. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Glad to have you guys always. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. Are you guys excited for spring? I know I am. The weather has finally broken here where I am, and it's a beautiful sunny day today. Excited for what this new season is going to bring. All right, Spirit. What would you have the collective to know for today, Thursday, March 20th? Just one card at a time, please, Spirit. All right, we have the King of Forces. We have Birth. That's one I haven't seen before. Number 4. We have the Journey. We have cards flying everywhere. What about the Journey, Spirit? We have the Master Artesian. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and take this one, the Fated Meeting. Alright, so you guys will give me a minute. I need to look up a couple of these cards. Alright, so the King of Forces, it says a man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him. In the earth below his feet, the water running by, and the star-filled nebula in the sky above. Yet he is a force himself, exerting calming influences on the wolf and the rabbit, which are natural enemies. Upright, this card indicates the presence of a man who has a powerful and positive energy. He comes with good intentions, gentleness and honesty resonate from him. If you don't know this man yet, his energy will be coming into your life soon. So he could bring support for a special project or work issue or just your life in general. He may also be a possible love interest, so in order to be open to receiving a man of honor, make sure you engage in honoring and being tender toward yourself. For you or a man around you, there could be a position coming in any of the careers natural to the King of Forces, such as electronics, astronomy, physics, geology, alternative fuel, any of the earth sciences, and new industries and environmental care. Any activity connecting with earth energy and nature are beneficial to you at this time. Whether you are a male or a female, this also reveals an important side of yourself. Feel the balance and beauty of nature and know the powerful forces always moving within and around you. All right, and then we have Birth. The sun shines upon a plain in England where stands an ancient henge in the distance and a grove of birch trees nearby. Upon many of the trees is carved. Excuse me 1 second. Let me get my tongue together here. Upon many of the trees is carved the old Celtic Ogham letter Beith, which represents the birch tree and stands for birth. A beautiful woman walks forward carrying a basket while two children run happily toward her. With this time, with this card, it's time for a new start. Perhaps an actual birth or at least a metaphorical one. An old phase is passing away and a new one begins. But even this new beginning has its roots in your deepest histories and your past lives. There may be some labor involved, but it's a labor that bears fruit. This card is associated with fertility, sensuality, and motherhood. There may be a new energy in romance, the family, or the home. You could be giving birth to a creative project too. Whatever it is, celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and opportunities that are to come. All right, the journey is the Seven of Roses. The seaport teems with activity as cargo is loaded off and onto many different ships. Two women on a small tender boat are on their way to the great ship that will take them on their journey. Two men with their trunks and cases wait to follow. This card shows a time for a journey, a move, or a relocation. You may be taking your work or creative endeavors in a whole new direction, whether figuratively to a new industry or literally to a new city. However this journey appears, it is sure to take you to new places and greater opportunities. Although it may require leaving something safe behind, this is not a time for staying safe in the harbor. It's a time for finding and exploring new worlds, so get packed. All right. For Eight of Keys, we have the Master Artisan. Inside a bright and bustling artisan's workshop, apprentices are busy at their workbenches, which are arrayed with the beautiful fruits of their labors. The master artisan pours a number of beautiful shining gems into the open hands of one of his apprentices. This card indicates that you have the opportunity to offer your talents, your purpose, and your gifts to the world, making a contribution to many. Don't be shy and don't hold back what you have to share. It's not time to hide your light under a basket. As a matter of fact, you may now find yourself teaching or training your skills to others. You may be also demonstrating your gifts and performing your talents publicly. Even if your gifts lie in the ability for a loving, compassionate care, you will be sharing those gifts with others. In this period of time, you can build your reputation and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. So take action, put yourself out there, and let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. And then we have Fated Meeting. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12 o'clock. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at that time that was predetermined by the higher selves, who are shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from past lives may have brought you together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and to each other. If you honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it is a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother, or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. All right, so I feel like this King of Forces is someone in your life. I feel like it might already be someone in your life, someone that you maybe already know. For some of you, it might be somebody that you don't know yet, but I feel like you guys are working on some sort of plan, and I feel like it's a plan to be a family. I feel like this has been something that's been ongoing. It looks like there's a plan for children. You want a dog. Okay, there's a house in the background. I feel like you guys are trying to plan a really special life together, a happy family. I feel like this has been a journey. I feel like it's been an ongoing, these people are all working hard. I feel like you guys have been working on this for a while. I feel like it's taking you, this relationship is taking you on a journey of yourselves, learning about yourselves and learning that nothing comes easy. I feel like you guys are working as a team together to try to make this happen. And I feel like the things that you feel like the things that you create together are going to be on display and people are going to see. I feel like maybe you're teaching this to others or somehow you're going to be in the public eye with this. Okay, maybe with your relationship. But I feel like this is a fated event. You guys have done this before in past lives. This is not the first time you've known each other. Okay. This is some sort of soul family relationship or possibly a twin flame relationship. But I feel like you guys have met specifically for the purpose of helping each other to grow, okay, and transform and take this journey of learning yourselves and getting to your higher selves. I feel like this is something that you both very much want. And I feel like it's just been a long road. But you're getting there and you know you're going to get there. You're insisting that you're going to get there. Okay? No matter what it looks like. And I feel like it hasn't been easy. All right, Spirit, where are we going from here? What would you like the collective to know about this? Mm-hmm. Okay. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this King of Forces? What about this King of Forces, Spirit? Yeah, Ace of Fire, passion, new starts, attraction, creation, desire, new venture, job, taking action. I feel like something has recently happened for this King of Forces that they have realized that they have to, I'm hearing, step up their game. I feel like they've had to make a lot of changes. I feel like this King of Forces has been through the fire. I feel like this has been exceptionally difficult for this divine masculine. I feel like he has had his world turned upside down. I'm hearing burned it down. He had to burn it down. He had to burn down everything that he knew. I feel like this is total transformation. And I feel like this has been inspired because he's met this person in his life that he knows that he's meant to be with, but he's seen that he's not going to get to her without changing some things. And I don't know if that directly relates to her or just the new realm that we're in. But I feel like he's getting messages from Spirit that it has to look completely different than what it has looked. New start. But I feel like his desire for this feminine is what's inspiring him to make these changes. I feel like without her, I don't think that, I'm just not feeling that. I mean, obviously, for both of them, they're wanting to bring this fated union in. Okay, I feel like this divine masculine is just seeing that he has to do something differently. Tell me about birth, Spirit. Thank you. We have self-worth, high vibrations, healing unworthiness, expectations, and values. Yeah, I feel like this has inspired him to realize that he wants better for himself. He wants this family. He wants this lady in his life. He wants the white picket fence. He wants the castle in the background. And I feel like it's been a bit of a struggle for him to realize that he does deserve this. Life. No, that's not the word. Life experiences teach us certain things about ourselves that are not always necessarily true. And I feel like this masculine has had a hard beginning. Maybe some maybe he's learned to expect different kinds of relationships because of experiences that he's had. Um, but I feel like he knows that he's realizing that he deserves something different than what he has had. He wants a lady with a good head on her shoulders and somebody who's going to make a good mother, who's someone who's faithful. And he's realizing that if he wants that he has to be that. And I feel like that's helping him to see the changes that he needs to make and turn things around for himself, first of all, first and foremost. You have to be what you're calling in. You have to be on the vibration. If you want love, you have to be on the vibration of love. And I feel like he has been doing the work on himself, realizing that his past doesn't, what's the words I'm looking for, Spirit, define his future. That he has space to do this healing on himself and nothing but time to make these changes in himself and do this work on his own beliefs about himself and about what he deserves. And I feel like he's been doing that work and he's feeling good about the things that need to happen, even though it's challenging. I feel like he's making positive strides to do what needs to happen in order to bring in this divine partnership. Tell me about the journey. I'm not going to take you down alone. Just let's do it again, Spirit. Tell me about the journey, please. Thank you. Mars, hot, passion, lust, anger, attraction, vitality, action. Yeah, we also have Until Death Tears Us Apart, Saturn. Restrictions, adversity, structure, learning karmic lessons, and maturity. I feel like this masculine really desires this feminine like a lot. Like Mars energy is hot and passionate, right? I feel like this masculine really, this feminine inspires him to be better. He wants this so badly that he's really willing to do anything to make this happen. And I feel like that involves growing up, like to put it plainly. I feel like he's just learning that he has to be a man. Oh, that's not even the right words that I want to say. He has to be different than he was. He has to be willing to change and grow and mature. He has to be willing to realize that things have to look different. Okay. He's learning about energy exchange. He's realizing that he has to put in what he wants out of it. And I feel like he's putting in the action. He's taking the steps that are required by spirit to make this happen. Tell me about the master artesian spirit. Trust divine timing. Greater forces at play, release control, all it's working out for the highest and best good. Yeah, nice. I feel like he's really good about trusting in God. I feel like he realizes that, while he's doing this work, that things are not only his work that he's doing, but I feel like he believes that things are playing out and working behind the scenes for him and for this union. And I feel like he's understanding that all the challenges and all the heartbreaks and all the tough times, okay, are for him to learn and to become better for this union. I feel like he has a good belief that spirit is going to bring this in, okay, that spirit is helping, that the universe is in play with him making this happen. Okay. Tell me about the fated meaning spirit. Reflecting, shadow work, soul searching, deep introspection, evaluation, hermit energy, void period. Can I get another one for the spirit? Temptation, self-deception, deception, make wise choices. And that was in reverse. I feel like in the past there was I feel like in the past he was feeling like he didn't have to do this work. Like he just was going to walk into this and it was going to be a cakewalk and no problem. And, he was just going to tag this feminine and choose and be it, right? But I feel like he's learned, okay, that he had to do this shadow work first. I feel like he's working on that. He's doing it now. He's in maybe hermit mode at the moment, okay? Taking some time out to realize who he needs to be for this. Okay. Let's see. All right, spirit. Alright, Spirit, tell us about this Ace of Fire passion. One card, please, for Ace of Fire and Passion. I don't know why, but I'm going to do this. All right. There we go. All right. I feel like this masculine has, we got mommy issues. Okay, I guess I should read you guys these cards. I'll read them as we go. Got mommy issues under Aces of Fire and Passion. I feel like a lot of this stems about what a feminine is from what he learned from his parents. Okay. I feel like maybe, I don't know, what could mommy issues be? I guess it's going to be different for everybody, but I feel like this in this family system, I feel like the feminine was expected to be the be all do all. Okay. Mommy ran the household. Mommy did did the dishes and was barefoot and pregnant and maybe possibly this is a masculine who didn't get proper adoration from his mother. I don't know. For some reason, some way, I feel like he had some negative feelings about women and what they were, how they acted, what they did. Okay. And I feel like he realizes that's not what this feminine is. Okay. For self love, high vibrations, or self worth and high vibrations of God. I want to be loved. I want joy and peace. I feel like this is the kind of relationship this masculine wants. Okay, this is his desire to be with someone who shows love. Okay, someone who that's a partnership. I feel like he wants the feminine to be his happiness. He wants a peaceful, loving home where the kids can feel free to, you know, just explore and learn and love and grow and I feel like he wants that as well. He just wants to have a happy family and love his family, love his kids, love his wife. He just wants happiness. And he's realizing he deserves that happiness. And I feel like he's understanding that in order to have that happiness, he has to first love himself, loving yourself fully. So I feel like this journey that he's on is learning to love himself. He's learning that he's not his past mistakes. He's not the bad kid. I'm hearing I feel like he's had to do some things in his life, or he's felt that he had to do some things in his life that he's not proud of, or be a part of something that he wasn't proud of, or something, and he's realizing that he has to walk away from that mindset of that he doesn't deserve goodness because he hasn't been goodness, right? But I feel like he's realizing that, that was just a section of my life where, maybe I made some bad decisions, okay, but I feel like he learned his lessons from that, and I feel like he is realizing that that doesn't have to be, that's not who he is. He actually is this peaceful, loving man who deserves love. And I feel like he's starting to appreciate himself more and appreciate the fact that, he deserves this forgiveness from himself to be able to love himself, to be able to bring in this happiness that he wants for himself. Under trust divine timing and the master artesian, I want to know what love is. Yeah, I feel like sadly this masculine just really hasn't experienced real true love like this before. He doesn't really know what to do with it. But I feel like he's starting to trust the divine that he can have this. But it's he has to change his own patterns and vibrations and who he is first, and be in the expectation that this can be his. I feel like this is the driving force behind all these changes. He just really wants this badly enough that he's finally willing to make changes. And I feel like he believes that God is going to bring this to him when it's the right time, when he's ready, when he's finished doing the work, which are we ever finished doing the work, but when he's well enough to be able to handle this union, to handle this feminine without pushing her away. I feel like he's working hard at it, and I feel like he's going to have this when the time is right. I feel like he really believes that God is directing him and showing him when the right time will be. And then at the end, we've got true love does exist. I feel like this masculine knows that this fated meeting is meant to happen in his life. I feel like he fully understands that this is a major reason why he's here this round, to come together in this partnership and create something that he's never had before. I feel like he feels like this is his purpose in this life, to have this love and this joy and this peace and this happy family that he hasn't experienced. And I feel like this has him doing a lot of soul searching and thinking and evaluating the situation, doing the work. And I feel like he's doing everything in his power, making the right moves. It looks like he's bringing this in. He's doing what needs to happen in order to make this work. Okay. So the final message that I'm seeing here: true love does exist. Divine masculine, I believe that spirit is telling you to carry on with what you're doing because it's working. Okay. You're on the right path. And I am going to end the reading here. I hope that you guys all have a fantastic day. If you like the way that I read, please like, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment. I love to hear from you guys. And I will see you all again soon. All right, take care.